Hello and a very warm welcome to Newsnight, your one-stop destination for news and analysis on the day's biggest news stories. Tonight we ask, with the rift widening between the BJP and the JDU, and Mamata Banerjee at the same time reaching out to JDU as well as the BJD for a non-Congress, non-BJP federal front, can regional parties provide a third political alternative in 2014, or is it still very much a mirage? I'm Munmun Bhattacharya. First up, the headlines. Top focus tonight are Nitish's days in NDA numbered. All indications from the JDU camp are that they indeed are. Reports suggest that LK Advani today spoke to Nitish Kumar and Sharad Yadav asking them to stay on in the NDA. But JDU seems to have made up its mind to quit the opposition alliance. So who gains and who loses after the divorce? This report looks into that. Can regional political parties provide a third political alternative in 2014? To discuss the same, I'm joined by Tehseen Poonawalla, member of the Congress. Nalin Kohli of the BJP will be joining us in just a bit. Hari Kishore Singh of the JDU is also with us. Also, Kamal Farooqui, SP leader, is with us. Let me begin with you, Hari Kishore Singh. Mr. Singh,
NDA in the next Lok Sabha election. And on that, our stand is very clear and we are very firm on that.
But isn't the anointment of Narendra Modi as poll panel chief of the BJP a precursor to his anointment as BJP's prime ministerial candidate as well? Aren't indications very clear?
That has caused all this concern. No, that has caused
five prime ministers as well. Why do you think a third front will work this time around?
No, it is not necessary that the history will repeat again. And the situation, there is very weak government at the center today. The government is not functioning, and there is a general realization in the country that important leaders of the regional parties should come together. That feeling is also getting currency, and I'm sure that if that gets stronger, then the people of India will decide in favor of a third front.
So are you saying that the JDU is ready to quit the NDA and join a third front?
No, I'm not saying that the JDU is ready to quit NDA. But if JDU is compelled to leave NDA, then we will explore all the possibilities.
Right, you are saying post 2014.
है कि इस प्रकरण से उनका कद जो है थोड़ा छूटा हुआ है और भारतीय संस्कृति की बात करने वाले लोगों को इस बात का ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि चार आश्रमों की बात हमारे संस्कृति में किया गया है, उसमें वानप्रस्थ भी एक आश्रम है। तब बेहतर यही होता अडवाणी जी के लिए इस्तीफा वापस आने से 85 बरस की उम्र हो गई। अब क्या, अब बढ़िया से सिनेमा देखें, ब्लॉग लिखें, फेसबुक लिखें।
If a federal front comes up, we'll certainly look into that because we are secular, we are democratic. If a third front with various regional parties and others come up, we'll certainly look into that matter.
72 hours after Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi was crowned.
Political developments that have taken place over the past 24 hours have raised the question that whether there is a real possibility of the formation of a third front before 2014, and if one is formed, will that be a successful political experiment post 2014? I'll come to you, Kamal Farooqui, now. Mr. Farooqui, Mulayam Singh Yadav had weeks ago said that it is time that like-minded political parties come together and provide an alternative to the UPA government at the centre and also the NDA alliance. But what is the stand today of the Samajwadi Party on the formation of a third front before 2014?
You would appreciate that we were the first one to sell this idea, and Netaji has said it very openly. At that particular time there was a lot of murmurs, but he was the one who said, during the last at least 8 days we have seen that the BJP, the country has now understood that the BJP is not only lying on various important facts. Advani ji has raised certain basic primary issue, but overall it is not BJP, it is the RSS which holds the whole thing.
Mr. Farooqi,
So-
are you willing to pull out outside support from the Congress-led UPA government and be part of a third front before 2014?
That possibility does not exist right now. Why? Because now the elections, everybody is in the election mode. 2014 the elections would be there, and we do not want any kind of instability in the country. We want that if at all, if it crumbles, the government crumbles, it will not be because of us. If it will
But you
because of-
yourself minutes ago took credit when it came to the idea of first
Yeah,
flagging
we are
the concept of a third front government.
concept
weeks
of
ago.
third front after 2014. We are not saying that it is right now straight away we could do it, because right now the whole political situation is very, very complex. Now it will emerge after that, because Congress definitely is going to go down. BJP will be far, far lower than what they got earlier. Then the people are talking about 272 also. It is presumed, perhaps they are presuming that they will be getting, at least BJP and Congress together, they will be getting 272.
So you look at the numbers after 2014 and then take a
That's it,
decision.
that's it.
Mr. Poonawala,
Different governments in the past have done. They've changed prime ministers every 6 months, and if you look at the record at the time when the third front governments were in power, India's gone through severe economic crisis and severe various other crises. So the idea for third front is not possible. The idea for third front without one of the national parties is again, quite frankly, I don't see where the numbers come from. They require one of the national parties. Now the BJP has been decimated. They now rule in 2.5 states, and the NDA is left with 2.5 parties, including the BJP. So the BJP is nowhere, which means that it will be the Congress that would be the single largest party, and other parties would rally around the Congress. But to say that a third front can be formed without one of the national parties is not a possibility. Please also remember that people vote differently in a regional election, and they vote
but there could
differently
well
in
be a
Lok Sabha.
third front government like in 1989 and 1990 or 1996, which is supported from outside by the BJP or the Congress.
but
That is
again-
a possibility.
But then again, what you see out there is the national parties playing a role. So without the national party support, without one of the national party support, it cannot happen. A third front cannot happen, because you do not reach
But
out
with
to...
their support, it can happen. So
With
one
the
cannot
support of the
dismiss
national, but then the national,
possibility as a
national
mirage.
party is a part of the government. No, what you mean is the national party is very much a part of the government. But then outside support, but it is a part of the government. Without the
An
national
outside
party,
supporter is
you
never a
cannot-
part of the government,
No,
technically.
technically it's not a part of the government, but without one of the national parties, you cannot have a government in the center. You need either the Congress or the BJP who support, whether outside or within the coalition, to form a government. Without that, the numbers of 272 are a mirage.
In a way, he has already confessed that this is a possibility.
He's saying this is a possibility.
It
There
is a
is also
possibility.
support by
No, it is a possibility.
any of the two mainstream
Any of the
parties.
But without the
but-
mainstream party, it's not,
No,
sir.
no.
Without the mainstream party.
At least he has agreed to this. That third front is a possibility, with or without the support of this. Now, what actually he is saying that.
The outside, how does that become a government without the national party?
Okay.
But it's not
Mr.
mirage
Singh.
now. It's not mirage
Of course,
anymore.
it still is a mirage, because
not-
it was a mirage because the
That's
mirage,
actually- it's
because
not
the
a
national
mirage
party is
anymore.
very much involved, very realistically involved.
Okay, his is a qualified statement. Mr. Singh, I'll come to you. So who would you want as your outside supporter, Mr. Singh, considering or assuming that the JDU becomes part of a third front before 2014 or after 2014?
Sort of whom we will seek. We will cross the bridge when it comes to the occasion. It is no.
So you are saying you may move out of the NDA with differences with the BJP, but you may not be averse to an outside support by the BJP, the third front formation over who the leader would be, who the prime ministerial candidate would be. Is Mr. Nitish Kumar fancying his chance as a prime ministerial candidate?
If an occasion arises, the third front parties have good stake in Lok Sabha, that they have good numbers, then it will not be very difficult to elect a acceptable leader. So the leadership question, of course, every political person in the country, every politician wants to be prime minister. There is nothing wrong with this. But the situation will depend.
Does Nitish Kumar want to be the
how
prime
much
minister, Mr.
these
Singh?
parties can accommodate.
Mr. Singh, are you saying that Nitish Kumar wants to be the prime minister?
The prime minister, he wants to be. I'm not saying. No, but situation will emerge how much strength is there of the third front, and how and who is the acceptable leader. That I think that the country will expect that the important leaders will come together to settle this issue amicably.
I am putting a question.
For providing
Political party declares its prime minister candidate.
Not really.
So why are you expecting that third front would be deciding
I
right now?
already qualified my question saying that the personal ambition, the competing personal
Always
ambitions
would
of
be
regional
there. But
satraps has come in the way of formation
it
of
will
the
be after,
third front
after the
government.
it will be after
no,
the
no,
number game.
It
will be after the number game.
if and when the situation
Well, there is-
emerges,
Well, one
the
cannot
parties
rule out
will
the possibility
decide.
of a consensus even before 2014, but such is the nature of our politics, or something like this is too much to expect. Mr. Farooqi, does Mulayam Singh Yadav want to be the Prime Minister? Is he fancying his chance as the leader of the third front?
No, but you know, they are the
Farooqi
sound
on
leaders of public opinion.
Mr. Farooqi,
No, as far as we are concerned, our position is very, very clear. Netaji has always been saying this will be decided afterwards. But we are working, we have been saying it, rather we are the first one who is saying there is a possibility of a third front which is not yet even born, but it will be in a position to...
it's perhaps more difficult to expect it from a third front than from a mainstream national political party. Tehseen, 1 second. Let me bring in Nalin Kohli, who has just joined us in the... That will mean that the BJP will lose Bihar as well as 20 Lok Sabha seats which are with the JDU, and also given the fact that Mamata Banerjee is reaching out to political leaders like Nitish Kumar and Naveen Patnaik for a third.
That the alliance is on. There is no such indication. From APA, you have heard our national spokesperson has been on air. He has said that, 10.5 crore Bihar's population is looking with hope at an alliance that has been doing wonderful work in the field of development, and the vote itself has been to the alliance. So I think it's presumptive to say that the alliance is really collapsing. We have no reason to believe it. We hope and we look forward to this alliance continuing. The second part of the question is that whether the BJP is in dire straits or we are gasping for breath in a sense. Certainly not. And if I just look at the recently held elections which have taken place, the by-elections, the BJP won all the four of these three states, which is Bihar, West Bengal and Gujarat. And these three states account for 113 Lok Sabha seats. So I think it's the Congress that has to worry in terms of what is the national
1 second, Mr. Kohli, I'll allow you to complete your point. Allow me to intervene. In the last 1 year, the BJP has lost Karnataka, it has lost Uttarakhand, it has lost Himachal Pradesh. So one really cannot make such sweeping generalizations. Continue.
Well, the same thing may hold true after the round of elections that have to take place later this year. I think in politics, there is no party that can claim perpetual victory or perpetual defeat. Politics is there. People select where it heads. As far as the BJP being in dire straits, I reject that argument for the simple reason. I think everyone is talking only about the BJP. If the BJP was so irrelevant, why is it every party, the Congress, its allies, other parties are constantly talking about the BJP. So certainly we are not irrelevant, we are not in the parliament, and in terms of, I think, the vision that we are putting forth for the nation.
Right. Tehseen wants to make a point.
Hari Vajpayee created of 24 parties is today reduced to 2.5 states. And the problem with the BJP is it suffers from selective amnesia. They look at a result of a state they just held, quite collectively, like you pointed out, do not see the results where they've been wiped out of states. They're governing 2.5 states. The alliance is on tenterhooks, but they want to paint a rosy picture for themselves. Well, that is for their party. All the best. The fact of the matter is that Modi is a divisive figure. The fact of the matter is the minute they projected Modi, the problems have started. The problems have compounded with Rajnath Singh saying that it was the RSS that solved the problem, and the RSS is unacceptable to all other partners. Any alliance that has to come on board cannot have communal divisive factors. Across the world, as so in India, people who unify, people who take people along will be leaders, not people who polarize and people who divide.
And we count Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Goa as 2.5. It's a new mathematics, but that's okay. Tehseen is entitled to create mathematics too. And also, I think he's forgetting, we do have 2 alliances running in Punjab and in Bihar.
Both on
okay, that's for the record. Second is about, no. I think, let me finish my point, Tehseen. I heard you very patiently. And the second point about what he's talking about, divisive, and move the debate away from price rise, from economic problems, from falling rupee, from current account deficit, from poor economic macro indicators, international prestige, security, Maoism, all of these things. So I think if the Congress feels that the people of India are only going to be focused on this, well, I mean,
just a quick rebut to him. The fact of the matter is that the reason that this
I will have a rebut too.
the fact of the matter is the reason. Now, the fact of the matter is debate is happening is because you need to respect it is your allies who are leaving you. Even today in the parliament, it is us who enjoy a majority. It is the UPA that commands a majority. It is you who is indulged in obstructionist policies in the parliament and has not been able. I think the fact of the matter is the NDA of 24 parties has collapsed.
Don't rebut on that. Don't rebut on that.
Their position.
Yeah. Basically, the today's discussion is whether there is a possibility of another front excluding BJP and Congress. I say yes, and I have already given you the reason.
Right.
That would be the third or fourth, whatever front you call it. They will be deciding afterwards. And the other thing is, whatever has happened, BJP has provided oxygen to Congress by putting up Modi as the forefront.
All right.
So
okay. Again, we are going on a tangent. There's this one that NCP President Mr. Pawar is perhaps also considering the possibility of moving to a third front, but that is in the realm of speculation. So where does
that come from?
It's in the realm of speculation. So what is the UPA doing to expand the alliance? What is the Congress doing?
Listen, first and foremost, we still have a year left. Our past, and we go to the people with what we've done in the past 9 years and the past 10 years. That is what is important. We believe very strongly, and I believe as a student of politics, the Congress is the only pan-India national party. It will be the single largest party, and the math is very simple.